Hello, 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 and welcome to Two Nerds One Quest. This is our weekly D&D session in which we have lots of fun and say things that... actually, we haven't done anything that's too inappropriate. Yeah, same here. It's touch and go, but we survived. Untapped? Yeah. Oh, you're on mute. I can hear you. Uh... Huh, interesting. The feed can't hear you. That's good. Say some words there, Mr. It's weird. Weird. Yes. John is reading a book. Definitely not the Kama Sutra.
She got tangled in her harness and fell on it. Broke some of its legs. Are we working?
Yes. I don't...
Yes.
If for some reason it just wasn't picking up your audio, I had to switch it back and forth.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, it's... I'm not sure
See,
what that would be.
That's what I get for going back to my Chromebook and my headset.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Yes, your
should've
Chromebook...
just-
Yeah, your Chromebook and your headset messed up my computer.
Yes. So, all right.
Magic.
So, Mr. Norm, would you like to remind everyone what happened last week?
All right, so last week I'm just going to skip to the part where we set off and went to...
You went back to town. You picked up another quest, and
John doesn't like it when I skip things. Yeah, we decided...
well, I just skipped a large chunk. I just made it a very clear.
Yeah, so we went back and we were going to go and do one escort quest, but then that guy already left. And then we decided to go to the Falcon's Lodge and help a woman in distress who is having some issues with her cabin.
Coraline.
Oh, I don't think you actually told me her name, did you?
I did, because I wrote it down.
Just because you wrote it down doesn't mean you told me.
No, I did. She introduced herself.
Oh, shit, you're right.
I know I did, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have written it down.
Fair enough.
It was one of those words like, oh, I should write that down or I'm going to forget that.
All right.
Holy crap, am I white today? That's what I get for shaving.
Dude, you're white every day?
No, but I'm like, that's better. I'm like bright white, like I look like a ghost.
Yeah. I'm still saying you're bright white every day.
Okay, fair enough.
You're almost as white as I am.
Word, yo.
Word to your moms. So we went to the Falcons Lodge. We yada 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 the trip.
We did, because there's been a lot of traveling, and I'm getting sick of describing traveling to you.
But John, it's so peaceful. Got to the Falcons Lodge. Spoke with the keeper of the lodge who let us in. Went into a room. The servant boy, whose name is Hal, he's a mute. He ran off to get Coraline. The cook, Corwin, brought us into the lodge area, and then Falcon himself came in, big dude, and we are agreeing to help him, assuming that it lines up with what Coraline needs.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy Dragon, I'm a little bit on the red side today. He says, get some sun, you nerds. Yeah. I spent like 3 hours in the pool yesterday, and I probably should have reapplied sunscreen.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't slap you on the back next time I see you?
No, that's fine.
Although the next time I see you, you'll probably be fine. Knowing us.
True.
This is how I see you.
No, that is true. All right. So that's where we're at.
All right. So you spent the night. It was nighttime. You were going to spend the night there in the lodge before heading out in the morning. Morning rises, you find that there is breakfast prepared for you. Corwin and Pell are out already.
Is that Pal or Hal?
Pell, P-E-L-L.
Oh, Pal. I thought you were
Pell.
calling him Hal. I was like, oh, that's not a very D&D name.
Pell. I'm sorry, David. Hal.
Yeah.
You wake in the morning and find the table set with family style breakfast. There's stuff in clay pots and just waiting for you when you come downstairs. Ellie's already down, sitting at the table, digging into some, looks like some sort of meat and eggs combination. She's drinking from a large stein as well.
Nice.
She looks up at you and says, "Oh, sorry I didn't wait for you. I'm kind of famished."
No worries. I'm pretty hungry myself. I like bed and breakfast. They're nice and cozy.
So we're gonna head to Coraline's today. Help her out.
Yeah, I figure get some breakfast. Maybe we can probably go straight to her cabin because we don't really know what we're looking for yet, I guess.
That's fair. And maybe Falcon would have a bit of insight into what she's dealing with. She seemed kind of shy, for lack of a better term. I mean, she's clearly got some stuff going on.
Have you seen Falcon this morning yet?
I have not. Apparently, he got out to go hunting early.
Okay. Is Corwin in the room?
I have not seen her yet.
No, Corwin. Is Corwin in the room?
Oh, is Corwin in the room? No, he's not in the room where you see. You do hear some activity back through a door that you assume leads to like a kitchen area.
Okay. I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna go into the kitchen and talk to Corwin.
Okay. You go into the kitchen and Pell is back there washing up some pots and pans. And he's just kind of going about it, washing up the pots and pans, and he turns and he looks at you and he kind of sets his stuff down and just kind of
Have you seen Corwin?
he nods.
Do you know where he is?
He turns and he points out a door that looks like it leads outside. And then he tries to mimic Make an insight check. He's kind of making hand motions, trying to tell you where he is.
I have an idea, but I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. Natural 1. I have no idea what the hell he's doing.
He kind of shrugs his shoulders and holds his hands up and points to the door.
All right. I am going to. I'm just gonna go out there. I'll save my fun for the end. I don't want to upset the apple cart yet.
Okay. He sees you going and he picks up the pan and starts washing it again. You open the door. It leads out to a garden, a fenced-in garden that he's tending. He's actually pulling some vegetables, some carrots and stuff up, getting stuff ready. It seems.
Hey Corwin, have you?
Oh, ooh. Hello.
What you doing?
I'm harvesting some vegetables from our garden for stew tonight.
Nice. How long has Falcon been out?
Well, he left at the crack of dawn. He's been out for a couple hours at this point.
Okay. Well, maybe I can ask you then. What do you know about Coraline? What?
She came to us about a week ago or so. Claimed that orcs had taken her home from her. I don't know. I asked her to try and describe the orcs. Didn't necessarily sound like orcs to me, but she called them orcs.
What did it sound like to you, or what? How did she describe it?
She was describing what they were wearing, and she didn't say they had like green skin or anything, but I don't know. It sounded like some sort of like nature type people, like
elves?
not well maybe. It was hard to get a beat on what she was saying. She said they didn't. She couldn't tell if they had pointy ears or not. But they were wearing like leather helmets and furs, and some of them had antlers on their helmets and. But like almost native to the land type people. Like they live off the land.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like an orc to me.
I mean, we live off the land, so that's misleading, but they're more primitive than us. I don't necessarily believe that they're orcs.
Okay. How does Coraline seem to you? Does she seem like a crazy person? Does she seem believable?
She seems distraught, stressed. Maybe a little hysterical, but I mean, having your home attacked by someone and being driven out of it would make just about anyone hysterical, I would think. Especially a single female.
All right. How has she been since she's been here? Is she pretty outspoken? Is she pretty quiet?
She's pretty quiet. She's getting better. We're thinking of taking her on here. She does seem to be starting to open up and help around here, help clean and keep things in order. She may actually be a very good addition to the lodge. But that's up to Falcon, and he's been on the fence about whether or not he wants to bring someone else on. So she's a nice girl, though.
All right, good to know. Anything else you think we should know about her?
I trust her. She seems honest.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
I don't. He kind of shrugs. He's like, I don't know what you're looking for.
Any news you can tell me. Have you seen her this morning?
No, she was still abed
Okay.
last I heard. She
Is she
hadn't come
a
out.
late sleeper?
Seems that way, but she seems very tired lately.
Okay. Well, thank you for the help. We're gonna go talk to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back in and grab Ellie, assuming she's done jamming food in her mouth.
Yep, she's sitting there, kind of just got her plate is gone and everything, and she's just drinking from her stein.
All right, Ellie. I got some info. That's I'll tell you when on our way over there.
All right. Okay. And she kind of stein tips it back, puts it down. You hear a hollow clink as she sets it down. Let's go.
Having a good time this morning, are we?
She looks at you confused for a second, then looks at the stein and that's orange juice.
Uh huh. Let's
No,
go.
smell it. It's orange
Let's
juice.
go.
Okay. She starts following you.
All right. So basically, something is overrun her house. It sounds
Something.
like it.
I thought
What's
it was
that?
orcs.
Well, Corwin said that it's not necessarily what she described. She's describing, didn't necessarily give the skin color, but kind of wearing like leather helmets with horns and furs and kind of like a living off the land style. Um, but she
Sounds
didn't
like
mention a green skin, so you take that for what it's worth.
sounds like druids.
Eh, sure.
I don't know. Well, we'll find out, I
Yeah,
guess.
one
If we're
one way
gonna
to
help
find
her.
out.
And it could possibly be. I mean, if it is druids, there could be orcs among them. There could be elves, there could be humans. Like if it's a druid society, that is very possible. Huh.
Yeah. So according to Corwin, she sleeps in later, and she's been really tired lately. So let's go. Let's just go right to where she's staying and see what's up.
Okay. So you go you head up to her room. The door is closed currently. You do hear movement on the other side of the door though.
Knock knock.
Yeah.
I almost said my real name.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, it's Aronan and Elli. We're here to discuss your issue.
Oh, 1 minute, please. And you hear some rustling around on the other side, and kind of like some like quick rustling, like she maybe just got up and is trying to make a bed and throw some clothes on it real quick and open blinds and uh then suddenly it all stops for like 2 seconds and then the door opens up. Yes.
Hey, you got some time to discuss your issue?
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna go down for breakfast.
Yeah, we can head in
Do
that
you mind
direction.
if I eat while we talk?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. All right. What can I help you with? And she says as she kind of walks past the two of you and starts walking towards the
Yeah.
main hall.
I'm just gonna look at Ellie and shrug and start following behind her. So what exactly are we up against? Can you describe the people that, or whatever it is that has taken over your house?
There's two of them. Um, I think one's a male and one's a female. Um, the the male was big and burly, not quite as big as Falcon, but a big one, and he had these little tusks coming out in the bottom of his mouth that pointed up. Um, he had a big like leather bear head helmet on that kind of ran down his back, with fur. Um, but he had leather clothing and like pouches around his waist and a big staff. Um, and the other one, I believe, was a female, very slender, slim, light skin, but she didn't have like tusks or anything. But she had a like a deer's antlers on her helmet, and it was more of a helmet than a hat. Like it was like hard leather. It was weird. Um, but then yeah, she had leather, like a leather robe on, and she had a big staff too. But she also had a bow that she had over one shoulder. Um,
So the guy had tusks, you said?
yeah,
And
that's
she
why
did
that's
not.
why I think he was an orc.
Did he have green skin?
It was hard to tell. He's he was very dirty. Um, Maybe it was greenskin. Maybe I assumed he was dirty and it was greenskin. It was hard to remember.
Hmm.
It all happened so fast.
Did the woman have pointy ears at all?
I couldn't see her ears. That's her helmet covered them. Um, but they had a boar with them too. That was um that's actually what chased me off was the boar.
Hmm.
They caught me tending my garden.
So did they what did they say to you? Or were you just scared? Did they not say anything?
They scared me. Shot an arrow at me. Then the boar came chasing me and just chased me off. They didn't. One of them yelled, "Yeah, don't come back!" And the two of them just laughed.
Okay. So it doesn't necessarily sound like there's going to be more than two of them unless they were scouts. Um how far away is your house from here?
About a half day journey.
Can you point it to us on a map and cuz I don't want you coming with.
Like her eyes got real big and she turned pale when you said that. She said, "I don't want to come with." um, yeah, I can show you like if, and she's at this point. You guys are down at the table, kind of eating, and she's got her plate in front of her. She's heaped some eggs and meat out onto the plate and sausage or bacon or stuff. She takes a little piece of meat and she said, "Well, if the lodge is here," and she kind of puts it in the middle of her plate, and this is north, and these eggs over here, it's back into the eggs here about a half a day.
I thanks.
I don't have a map. I'm sorry. Do you have a map?
We can ask Falcon when he gets back from his trip. Do
Okay.
well, we should have a map, shouldn't we?
Not necessarily.
No, I'm just saying in general we should probably have a map.
It may be a good idea for you guys to try and find one. Yeah, the surrounding lands.
Let's see your equipment. As far as I know, I do not.
I
Nope,
don't think either. I don't think either one of you have a map.
nope, no map. That's great. Fantastic. Here, I thought the narrator was our map.
No, no. If you had a map, you wouldn't have gotten lost in the first one or second episode.
That's right. Yeah, fair enough.
It's more fun if you don't have a map and you get lost occasionally.
Mm.
Unless you go and seek out a map, you can go and seek out a map and pay for it, and it wouldn't cost you much.
Yeah. I
But you
think.
never chose to do that yet, so.
Nope. The thought never crossed my mind, to be honest with you. Maybe Falcon. I'm gonna tell Ellie that it's probably about time we invested in a map.
That may be a good idea. I didn't think we'd be in Phandalin this long.
Eh,
It's the way the world is sometimes.
yeah. You got somewhere better to be?
I'm helping people. No, this is what I should be doing.
Alright.
By people, I also mean you. She kind of is looking down, but looks up at you and kind of smirks. Roll an insight
I got
check.
nothing. I'm getting some coffee.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, the dice don't like me too.
Nope, yep, you're oblivious. You're getting coffee.
Yep. I'm getting coffee.
Um, she kind of looks at Coraline and shrugs, and goes back to talking about asking her what her home looks like, what her cottage looks like. Coraline goes on to describe a small 20 by 25 foot cottage with a little storage room off the side of it, and her garden that she talks about that's out in the front of it. She mentions that it's in a small clearing, that she's lived there peacefully for many, many years. It's about a day south of what is known as the Woodland Manse, which is an old, as Coraline describes it, she says it's an old haunted mansion that is overgrown and cursed, and that she tends to avoid the area specifically and stays to her little cottage and the area between her cottage and the Falcon's Lodge for the most part.
So,
You come back from coffee hearing half of this conversation.
yeah, I was gonna say, tell me again about this haunted mansion.
Oh, it is a large. I've been there once. I didn't ever want to go back. Falcon would know better than I would about it, but it's an old, large mansion. There's this massive tree growing out of the middle of the well on it, and it's all overgrown. Actually, if you look at it, it's really beautiful in kind of a sad way. That the walls are crumbling and overgrown with vines, and it's just like nature took it over. But
Hmm. So, what makes you think it's haunted?
there's just the sounds I heard coming from it when I saw it the one time. Never wanted to come back, and that wailing and chanting, I just, it was something that makes a civilized person question what good could come of what I was hearing. And I left and I never came back. It was haunting. It still haunts me. I wake up sweating thinking about it sometimes.
Has it been keeping you up at night?
No, not typically.
Because you do seem very tired. And I don't know if it's because you're scared of the people by your house, or maybe you've been cursed by the haunted house.
I just think it's new surroundings and not being home. Although I don't know how much of a home I'm going to have when this is all said and done.
Well, I can promise you I will try not to break everything you own in getting them out.
She smiles. I appreciate that. That's sweet of you.
All right. We're just gonna hang out until Falcon gets back then.
Okay. Well, you kind of hang out. About half hour later or so, Falcon comes through the lodge door. He's got this deer over his shoulders, and he's, "Oh, everyone's awake. That's good. Give me a minute here, please." And he kind of goes walking through the kitchen door and back, and you hear boom as it's table back. I said, "Pal, no." You hear his voice kind of resonate through the hall. "Pal, no, you take that and clean that up, get that ready. That'll be good for our stew this evening." And he comes walking back, and he's got a towel, and he's kind of wiping blood off his hands and neck from where he was carrying the deer. "Oh, so you're headed out today, huh?"
Yeah, yeah. Ellie and I realized that we don't own a map. You got one we can buy off of you?
I got good news and I got bad news. Yes,
I'm
I have
guessing
a.
you have lots of maps. I'm guessing we can't buy them.
Yeah, because they're all here.
No. No.
I don't. That paper does not work well for me. You may be able to find some in Neverwinter. If you're real lucky, you might be able to find some in Phandalin. Um, but if you're looking for a map, most of the major cartographers are in Neverwinter, as for like the nearest ones at least. So
All right. Well, if I get some sausage and some eggs, can you point to them where we have to go?
um, yeah, you want to go to you're going to Coraline's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can point you in the right direction if you want to grab some food here and come out, maybe outside.
I'm actually gonna look at Ellie and kind of give her a sad face that he didn't even smirk at my joke.
Went over the DM's head too. That's why he didn't react. What was the joke? I missed it.
If I get some sausage and some eggs, can you point to where we have to go? Because she was pointing. Coraline was showing us on her food. Where
Oh.
it's not as funny if I have to explain it to you.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But I got the laugh. Thank you. Slow DM. It's early. It's early.
I try my best, people.
He he basically says what he said and walked outside. Because it literally went over his head. He had no clue what you were talking about. So you head, you grab some sausage and eggs if you want for the road. If you don't want it, it was just a joke. It's just a joke. You go outside.
Them's the jokes, people.
Can you show me on the eggs? That's a great one. I like it. So you get outside. He's like, "Yeah, if you follow this trail out to the north here, keep going until you see there's going to be a dead tree. It's not a fork. The trail kind of goes around it, but at the dead tree, take a left, head in about half a mile, and you'll find the clearing where her house is. It's going to take you probably till midday to find the dead tree. So,
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll do our best.
all right.
With the way we travel, we may or may not see you later.
You're following a trail.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow night.
You have a dagger, right?
Yes.
You ever consider marking trees? I'm just asking. You can mark a tree when you walk in from a trail. Find 3 trees, right?
Yep.
Important thing. Find 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Line them all up and walk to the last tree. When you get to that tree, you mark it.
Mm-hmm.
You turn around, look back at the 2 trees that you lined up,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn and find another 3 trees and get yourself traveling in a straight line. Use those trees as markers. Always 3. If you use 2, you'll start turning. So,
I can do that.
yeah.
I
So
learned so much today.
always three though. I mean, if you do two, you'll turn and you'll get off course and you'll gently turn yourself back around in a circle if you're not
Yeah.
careful. But if you line up three in a row, you'll keep in a generally straight line. That's a good way to do it when you don't have the sun. When you have the sun, you use the sun as well.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Sun I use more often than trees. I've been told the tree thing before. I just don't. Yeah.
I spend my life in the woods. I don't have the grace of the sun too often. As
Yeah.
he looks up into the canopy of leaves.
Yeah. Yeah. The sun's not very helpful today.
You can tell it's a sunny day, but that's about it.
Yep. All right.
Well, good luck. I hope you find your way to her Coraline's cabin without any issues.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
All right.
All right, Ellie. Let's hit the road.
Are you here's the real question. Are you grabbing your horses? I assume so.
Yes.
I shouldn't
I appreciate the help.
the DM help.
Uh-huh.
I shouldn't have said anything, just let you walk it. Would have taken you 3/4 of a day.
Nope. We're definitely grabbing horses.
Okay. As you grab your horses, you head out on the road. Make about halfway through the morning, you hear a rustling in the underbrush to the side. So I need you to make a perception check as you look for what this may be.
Now would be a great time for a 20. I'll take a 13 perception. 17.
17. Ellie had a 22. She kind of sees it and points, and you see it really almost before she points. There is what looks to be a boar running through the underbrush again.
Keep your eyes open, Ellie. Remember, they had a boar with them.
Yeah. We saw that boar earlier on the trail, too. When we
Yeah.
were going to the lodge. Or not to the lodge, to where were we going? We were headed to Alphonse's
Mm-hmm.
when we saw that boar. Huh.
Think it was the same one?
I don't know about the same one, but you'd almost be a fool to say it wasn't connected.
Yeah, keep your eyes open.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, is there are there how thick is the woods?
Not overly thick. The woods themselves, the trees are growing high overhead. 30, 40 feet overhead is the canopy. So the underbrush is knee to waist high. And thin, or it's not real thick foliage where something is completely obscure inside it.
I'm going to, as we're walking, I'm going to find a tree that's climbable.
Okay.
And go up maybe 10 feet to have a look around.
Okay. Make an investigation check. You're looking for a good tree to climb.
7.
7. You find a tree that you think is going to work, and it's going to be a little difficult to climb. So make a dexterity check to climb the tree.
How much bludgeoning damage do you think I'm going to get when I fall?
Well, you said 10 feet, so it's 1d6 if you do fall.
9. What was I doing? Dexterity?
Dexterity, yeah.
13.
13. You get up like 2-3 branches and you go to grab the one and you slip and fall to the ground on your back and take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep, I knew it. God damn it.
Ellie says, "What about that tree over there?" And points to a much better tree for climbing. She rolled a 16 on her investigation to find a tree.
Awesome. Yeah, let's try that one.
All right, you're gonna go ahead and make another dexterity check to get up that tree.
I'm gonna be dead before you even make it to 18, so 22.
Yes, you are able to get up. You in your head, you're kind of poking fun at yourself because yeah, that was really probably a bad tree to climb, and this one was much better and much easier to climb. You said you were going 10 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. You get 10 feet up off the ground, and you can kind of look around. You can see for quite a ways. There's no sign of a dead tree yet. There is no sign of a village, or not a village, but her cabin. You do see game trails, like where that boar was kind of running seems to be a path worn into the underbrush almost. It's subtle, but you can see them. They kind of weave through the area in a couple of different places.
So I don't necessarily see anybody following us or anything.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna climb down.
Okay.
Didn't see anything. I didn't see the boar again, so I'm assuming it ran off. Still keep on your toes, though. I think I kind of have a bad feeling about it, but I'm assuming they're probably good at hiding if they're probably good at tracking. So there's some trails and stuff,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of game around here.
Okay. Keep our eyes peeled. Rest of your travel goes by without any issues. You come to and when you first see it, you understand why Falcon said it's not a fork in the road, because it looks like a fork in the road. This dead tree, is probably about 6 feet in diameter and goes up into the air and into the canopy. Like the canopy comes, like you'd swear it was a living tree, except for the fact that there's no leaves on it. But it's hard to tell that because all the branches go up into the canopy and disappear where there would be leaves into other leaves from the other trees.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at like the surface of it, you can tell the bark is like peeling off in places. It's not living. It probably hasn't been for quite a while. This is the spot, Ellie says. Excuse me.
We're gonna take the path that brings us to Coraline's house.
Well, he said we needed to. There isn't a path. We're going into the woods at this
So we
point.
need to line up the 3 trees, right?
Yeah. So go ahead and make a survival check. I had advantage.
Advantage is 2 dice.
Mm-hmm. 2 dice, take the higher.
I just about crap myself.
Really?
1 and 7.
Ouch.
So I have
That's
the
advantage, so the 1 doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
So you take
No,
the higher
but the 7 was upside down, so it looked like dual 1s.
Oh, jeez.
Nature. Would you say nature?
Survival.
Survival.
You're the bottom one.
So 11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to line up these trees, and you mark them as you go past them, and you guys start making your way through the woods. Ellie, before you had started out, Ellie suggests hopping down off the horses and leading the horses through the woods instead of trying to ride them through the woods, being unsure of what the footing would be like. It would be better for them. So you guys are leading your horses through the woods here. Um, you move through and keep marking the trees and lining up trees, and you feel confident that you're moving in a straight line. It makes a lot of sense to you. It's like, oh, wow, geez, this seems to be working. You get probably you're getting to the point where you think the cabin should be coming up, and there's a little crest of a hill. You make a perception check. Get Elliot one as well.
9.
Ellie actually grabs you or stops you and says, Aronan, you hear it? And when she says that, you actually do. You hear the soft snorting of like a pig or a boar in this case, and the rustling like coming from the other side of the hill. It's a little rise.
Like it's really close, or just like we can faintly hear it?
Like you can hear it. It's not like it's super close, but you hear it.
Okay.
If you listen, you can hear the.
I'm going to pull out my bow and arrow and slowly make my way to the kind of like creep up to the crest.
Make a. Oh, I need you to make an animal handling check.
Actually, I need to tie up my horses first because I don't want the horses to spook.
Yeah.
I'm going to tie up my horse.
You grabbed your bow. Make an animal handling check.
God damn it. 5.
5. You're taking your bow out spooks your horse. Ellie grabs the reins to your horse and is able to calm it relatively quickly, but not before it's stomped a few times. And she takes both the horses and leads them to a tree, and then just kind of looks at you with a and kind of motions for you to go look. Go ahead and make a stealth check now.
God damn it. Do I need to be stealthy at this point? God, animals don't like me. What's the deal with that?
That's maybe because you take weapons out around them.
15.
15. Okay. Let's see. I gotta do this real quick. I need. Let's see. That's that. And that is that. And is that. Okay. You crest the hill as you're coming up. You crest, and you can see down in a depression here. It kind of clears out, and there's a small cabin with a small garden. And as you're watching, you see a boar rolling around in the garden, just kind of snooting through things and occasionally stopping to eat something. How long do you sit and observe?
At first glance, we don't see any people, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You see the boar.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday, maybe a little past.
All right, I think we're going to just because Ellie's back with the horses, right?
She has tied the horses. She is approaching you slowly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's make sure she doesn't.
Trip and fall down the hill.
That's exactly what she did. On her way up, she tripped and fell face forward.
I'm gonna shoot her.
At her falling, you see the boar kind of run around a bit inside this fenced-in garden.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was kind of excited by the sound it heard. It seems a little scared at this point. You turn when you see this commotion, and the door to the cottage opens up, and you end up. Let me see if I can do this. I wonder if I can do this. This might actually work really well because I kind of drew this. If I can take. Nope, that's not what I want. I want this. Do, 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 do. Did that go? Yeah, it went. Oh, how about that? So that's the cottage that I drew on a piece of graph paper. So you have the dotted line is the garden area, and then the solid lines are the her little cottage. The door to between the cottage and the garden swings open, and this lithe, thin, elegant humanoid comes walking out and says something in a what languages do you speak?
Hold that thought. I am adding the image.
I'm checking.
Um,
You speak Common, Elvish, Goblin, and Thieves' Cant. So it's
yes.
the language that is used is nothing you recognize. It's nothing Ellie recognizes either, but the boar calms down almost instantly. And she looks around and then kind of looks at the boar again and kind of scowls at it and then goes back inside. But she had the helmet. This was the live one, the female one that
And that was the dotted line?
the boar's inside the dotted line.
Okay, so that's the fence. Okay, and then
That's the fence.
other door. Okay.
That other door is where she came out.
Very nice, genius. Very nice.
What would you like to do? The boar seems to be calmer. Ellie, as she kind of scoots up next to you, says, "I'm sorry."
I'm gonna go. Shh.
Yeah, right.
So I think we're gonna stay there until just watch to see where they're at, because we don't know where the guy is. We're just gonna sit and watch the cabin until dusk, and then
Okay.
I tell Ellie at dusk I think we'll go down and make our move.
Okay. The day goes by um, without a lot of disturbance. At one point, the female comes out and drops a bucket of stuff into the garden. Basically, the boar runs over and just starts nosing through it and mowing on it, whatever it is. You notice a small stream of smoke eventually coming out of the chimney. There isn't a chimney that I drew on there, but there's a chimney on it. There's a little stream of smoke that comes out the chimney as the night settles in, the sun sets down. You're in you're probably about dusk right now. And you haven't seen any sign of the larger one. All you've seen is this boar and this lithe female form.
I'm gonna tell Ellie. Oh boy, decisions. Let's wait a little bit longer. Let's wait until maybe lights go out, until maybe there's no smoke, less movement. Um,
Okay.
I don't like the fact that we haven't seen the guy yet. So he may be out hunting. He may be out. I mean, he may be watching us for all we know. So we probably need to be a little more careful than we have been. Maybe.
Okay. It's fair. I make a perception check. Just waiting a little longer.
7.
7. Let's see what Ellie gets here.
Oh, trust me, I may try jumping through a shuttered window again.
Ellie gets a 14. She taps you on the shoulder, and you see, she kind of points it out. It's hard now in the moonlight. The moonlight's just trickling through a few of the leaves, but she points off to the eastern side, and you see um, another boar come walking out of the wood lines, and um, kind of snorts, walks up to the fence and kind of snorts and is nuzzling the other one through the fence line. And the other one kind of runs to the door and kicks the door a couple of times. And the female, I'm going to call it a druid for the time being, comes out, walks through the garden, opens the garden gate, and this boar comes in. And then both boars, she allows them both into the house and shuts the door.
Interesting. That kind of leads me to believe that the guy is still out and about. What do you think, Ellie?
That you may be right. We should be cautious.
Yeah, let's wait till the moon is high. Yeah, we're gonna wait till midnight ish, whenever.
Wait till the moon strikes up. Never mind. Sorry, not gonna do that.
Yeah, don't. I think I
Yeah,
may know where you were going with
yeah,
that.
you know exactly where I was going. I'm not gonna go there. So you get to you wait as the night progresses. Make a Constitution saving throw. It's not gonna be overly difficult. I'm gonna have both of you make those. A saving throw now, not a.
God damn it. 4.
4, really? You're
I am
feel,
not rolling today.
you're feeling pretty tired. You're thinking if you don't sleep soon, it may start affecting you. As you yawn. Like I just did.
I was like, I know what a yawn is. You don't have to demonstrate.
Yeah, no. But the moon is high in the sky now.
All right. Shit. All right, Ellie. Let's make our move. Let's head down to the cabin. Let's.
Right?
So the boar came from the east, right?
Correct.
We're gonna go in, and I'm assuming your map is north, south, east, west.
Yep.
Okay. And we're what side of it? We're on the west side, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you're on a hill to the west side. Like if you went out 500 feet or so, there's
Okay.
a ridge there that kind of leads down. You're on the edge of that ridge.
So is there a path we can take down, or do we have to kind of slide down?
Make a perception check.
I guess the better question is, am I walking or am I falling head first?
Depends on how well your perception
Oh.
check is.
Whew. 22.
22. All right. Yeah, you find a very easy way to walk down, and without any trouble are able to walk down the side of the hill. Now the question is, you're doing it stealthily, right?
Yes, we are being sneakily.
Hmm. Okay, what are the passives on these folks? Okay. Go ahead and make your stealth check.
9.
9.
It hovered on 17 and then rolled to 3.
So you and Ellie you're leading the way, and Ellie's remarkably quiet. Like you turn back a couple of times to like she's still back there, and she is still back there. But in that distraction, you step on a stick and it cracks, and you hear some movement, and the door flings open, and the two boars come running out into the garden, and she is standing there looking out, scanning, and does she see you is the question. I believe she will.
Welcome at Monkey Bananas.
Monkey Bananas, how's it going, buddy? Yes, she spots you instantly. We need to roll initiative.
Sad day for the stealth.
Ooh, Ellie didn't do so bad on the initiative.
16.
Wow, she did better than you did. And then they were, let's see, where are they? They are, put them all on one roll. Dum dum dum. Oh, cool. So Ellie goes first. I gotta throw all this out there quick. And then I need let's see.
Speaking
All
of perception checks, has that Yoda always been behind you?
right. Last week was the first time it was behind me, and the camera was in a different position. So
Okay, so I don't feel bad not having noticed that before.
correct. Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
Um, it may have been on the other wall, and my head might have been blocking
Because I
it.
remember seeing you had the soccer one. You had the national team.
Yeah,
Men's national
yeah,
team.
that one fell. That one. So I got to put that one back together.
Okay.
Try and get the hanger to hang back on the back of it. Um, so Ellie gets to go first. She is going to. She is. I need not that. You're standing right in front of her, so she is going to. Where are her spells? Dang it. I'm in the wrong list. Spells. That's what I wanted. She is going to bless both you and herself. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number to the attack roll or saving throw. Okay? So anytime you make an attack roll or a saving throw,
4.
not adding
Or I'm
4,
adding
adding
whatever the dice is.
whatever the dice is.
It's
And
a 4-sided?
yep, a 4-sided die, and it lasts for a minute. Okay?
Am I keeping track of this minute?
Nope, I am.
Good.
It's a concentration spell too. She needs to maintain concentration on it,
Okay.
and she can't cast a different concentration spell while she's doing it. So she blesses the two of you.
All right.
And then says, "Go get him, Tiger."
Don't you distract me, woman.
It's your turn.
All right. I am pulling out, obviously, my arrow. We're on the path. Is there a tree that is there a big enough tree that I can
Hide
behind?
behind?
Yep.
There's no hiding where you're at right
Or
now.
not
This is
hiding, but at
giant.
least kind of shield myself.
Not really.
No? Okay.
You could obscure vision to you if you got low. That would probably be your best bet.
Do I have the high ground?
By a little bit, yeah.
Does that give me advantage?
I like the thought, but no.
Hey man, I gotta try.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot my short bow.
Hey, I've had players give me a reasonable explanation for that and say, "Can I have advantage?" Like, yeah,
Well,
yeah, you could.
According to Star Wars, you never give up the high ground.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you ever feel like there's a reason you should have advantage, don't be shy in asking. You may be able to convince me you should get it.
I'm just higher up than they are? I don't know. Alright.
What are you aiming at?
Oh, so it's just her?
Her and the two boars. The two boars came running out into the garden, and she's standing at the door.
Yep. So I'm
She yelled something at you in a language you didn't recognize.
I'm aiming at. Oh boy, two boars. They're still in the pen though.
Yep.
Okay, I'm shooting at her.
Okay.
D6. Yep. Oh god, my dice keep rolling. It was on 15 and then rolled the 7. So 13.
To hit.
Plus the 2 for the.
Yep, for your attack bonus.
So
Yep.
that'd be 15.
15. Yep, that hits.
All right. And that would be 3 damage.
3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Oh,
It's only 1d6.
I suppose. Oh, it's 1d6 plus.
Oh, plus 4. The 7.
Okay.
7
So
damage.
7. Okay.
I'm like, wait.
That's much better. I'm like,
I looked at
three?
the plus 4 like every single time, but I was looking at the
Like, wow. Okay. So that's, let's see, this is that. Okay. Takes the arrow to the chest and kind of curses at you in some language that you don't understand. She is going to. Oh shit. She's not gonna do that. Oh, maybe she will. Hang on a minute. Let me see this.
I'm on the edge of my seat now. What is she not doing?
No, she's gonna do it. She starts muttering something and swirling her hands like this
Oh, I don't like
in this
that.
pattern, and this blue light forms between her hands, and a arc of lightning in a straight line soars out from her hands towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ, am I fighting the Emperor or what? Empress?
You're fighting something.
Dexterity, you said?
Yep, dexterity saving throw.
13.
13. Let's see. 13. Where's her thing? All right, you save. Yes, that is very, very good, because you're gonna save takes half of this. Let's see. That's a lot of dice. Holy crap.
What are you doing to me?
You take half of 32, so 16 lightning damage
What
as you jump out of the way of this thing.
in the actual hell are you doing?
I'm fighting you.
16?
Yeah. Be glad you saved, otherwise it would have been 32.
Yeah, and I would have been dead. My max hit point is 31.
Mm-hmm.
And I already took 4 bludgeoning damage because I tried to climb a damn tree.
Ellie yells your name as you get struck by this lightning bolt. And runs to you, and she places her hands on you and casts Cure Wounds at 2nd level, healing you for 14. And then she proceeds to move back up the hill.
Yeah, she should. Run away.
Trying to get a different vantage point. And just stay separate from you.
There's going to be a lot of hit points, isn't there?
It's doable, I'll just say that.
That is not giving much comfort.
It's supposed to be a challenge. Then it's your turn.
How far away from the building am I?
You'd be able to run down and get to the fence of that pen if you wanted to.
So I could get closer. Great idea.
Yeah.
So I'm going down the path. I am a little bit higher. So I could run back up the path, still shoot at her, and still be higher up yet. Good Lord. I am going to... Good Lord. Crap. Yeah, I just don't know what to do. I am actually going to run down. If I run down, can I get to the edge of the house and kind of shoot from the corner of the house and kind of shield myself?
Shoot from the corner of the house and kind of shield yourself. You want to try and run down to the... You want to try and break the line of sight is basically what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Huh? That would be a little far.
Okay.
You could if you double moved, but you wouldn't be able to attack this round then. So if you moved and then used your action to move again.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of what I have for my bonus actions. Yeah, I'm gonna double move to the
top side.
Yeah, so if I double move, I could actually move most of the way around the house.
You can use your cunning action too. Because you're a rogue, you can use your cunning action to use your bonus action to move. Then you'd still have your action. As the lazy dragon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can dash with your bonus action.
All right, I'm gonna dash.
You're a rogue.
So I can dash, shoot, and then move again, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dash to the corner of the
pen.
The corner of the
you're
pen.
Gonna shoot from there, and then you're gonna move behind the building.
Yes.
Okay, that works.
I don't have that +4 anymore, right? Because she broke concentration.
No, she didn't break concentration. She can maintain concentration on a spell and still cast Cure Wounds because it's not a concentration spell.
Okay.
As long as she doesn't take damage or cast another concentration spell, she'll be maintaining it.
Okay.
It's her only concentration spell, so you don't have to worry about her casting a spell that'll break it.
Oh, good.
Only if she gets hurt.
16.
16 to hit, absolutely hits.
And 6.
Is that with your +4?
Yep.
Okay. So then you move around to the side of the building. I'm going to say you move all the way around the corner into that first block where you'd be completely obscured.
Yep.
Like the fence, unless she moved out to the fence, and even then she'd probably have a hard time seeing you.
There's no windows on that edge, is there?
No.
Okay.
She is going to move forward to the gate of the garden and open that up. When she opens that up, both the boars are going to move out. One is going to move towards Ellie, and one is going to move towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that's neither one of them are going to get to you guys this turn. It'll be next turn before those boars can get to you. But she moved there, released the gate. That was her action. They moved. Actually, they could double move to you, but they're going to double move to both of you, and they'll be standing in front of you, but they can't do anything to attack you yet. So, Ellie, seeing the boar come towards her, is going to pull out her mace. Not that. This one. And she is going to try and club ye old boar. Oh, so close to a nat 20. It actually ended up being a 2, though. So she misses the boar as it's charging towards her. See, that was her turn. She's going to move. No, but as a bonus action, she's going to cast Spiritual Weapon. Bring that up on the other side of the boar. And she gets to make a melee spell attack on it. 21 to hit, which does. And she
Takes
does
the form of a skewer.
Yeah, it's a it's a nice like a kebab skewer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a pig roast, like a.
Yeah, that's got a symbol of the thunder on the handle.
Yep, it's got the dual forks at the end,
Yep.
kind of like a.
Ends up skewering the boar for 5 points of damage. This boar, the other boar, is sitting in front of you directly. Let's see, so she's got to make sure I remember her weapon is up.
How much damage did she do?
5.
Okay.
To the boar. It is still standing.
All right, I am going to take out as the boar is charging at me.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take out my, where is it? Rapier.
Rapier. Swing away.
And I will do damage, I hope. $15. 19.
19 hits. Absolutely.
19 hits for 11 damage.
11 damage. That boar seems to be questioning its life decisions right now. Then you're going to hang out there?
I'm actually going to run around to the other side of the building and attempt to come up behind whatever it is I'm fighting.
I'm going to test your memory. Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Oh, I can dash. And
not dash. It's a different D word.
Dip, dive, duck, dodge.
So it's part of your cunning action.
I'm looking. Disengage.
Yeah, that avoids the AO.
Yep.
The attack of opportunity from the bar.
I'm going to disengage and then move.
Move around, so you'll be able to get halfway around the backside of the building. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So I'm going to... Do I have enough... Samsonite, yeah. Sammy, Swami... Oh, Samsonite. So I'm going to be on the edge of that smaller portion of the house. Am I making it that far, or am I on the backside of the house by the corner?
You're on the backside of the house, like halfway
Okay.
around the backside of the house.
Okay.
That's where you
are those squares 5 feet?
Ish, yeah.
Okay.
We're loosely doing movement rules. You'll be able to get around the house to see her on your next turn. That's what I'm saying. If you use your movement, it'll take you that, and then your movement will get you around the house. You'll be able to see her and take a shot if you want from a hidden place. Let's see. Then she is going to... She's done that. She is going to move out towards Ellie. And she's going to join. She'll get up there. She'll double move. She can't do anything, but she's getting up right next to the boar. And she's going to be standing there with Ellie. Ellie is going to... She's going to attack the boar. With her mace. And it hits. So she does 8 damage to the boar. And her spiritual weapon is going to attack the boar. And does 6 damage to the boar. And what happens then is there's kind of a poof of smoke, and you don't actually see what happens, but you hear Ellie suddenly scream. And we'll stop there.
I was hoping the skewer would take it and fling it like a catapult into the woods.
Yeah, and there's something more to this boar than
Meets
you
the eye.
realize meets the eye. Yeah. So we will start there next week with Ellie's scream.
All right, go vote on some show titles.
And
But
vote on show titles. What do we got for show titles? What do you got? I'm sorry. Can you show me on the X? That's my favorite. That's a boring episode's a little on the nose. Especially there's an encounter within this that deals with one of these boars that it actually makes reference to a boring thing. So I forget what it's called though. But yeah, we're hanging here. Cliff hanging by the fingers. Dun dun dun.
Just stay away from those lightning fingers, man.
Yeah, right? Like I looked at that and went, oh God. Oh, okay. So I decided I'm like looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I do this. This is what I need to do. Sometimes you just need to put your players through the ringer. The justification. Little behind the curtain here. A little meta knowledge for you. She can only do that once per day. So
Oh.
That's why I went with it, because I'm like, Ellie's standing right next to you. She can heal you if need be right away. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. So, but then you saved. So,
Oh, all right. Hit us up on Twitter, 2nerds1quest. I am Tom M. Norman. That is Wildfire1265. It's got the Discords up. We got 8d6 FYI.
yeah, that
Yeah, that's
8d6. That's what hit you. That's why I went, wow, that's a lot of dice.
And it seems like all the dice hit pretty high too. So
32. That's higher than average.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, we'll be back again next Sunday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/TomMNorm. You can get the podcast anywhere that you get podcasts from.
yeah, buddy.
Pretty sure. Yeah. And if not, figure it out.
If not, let us know. We'll try and get it there.
Yeah. That'll work too, I guess. All right, for JC, I am Norm. See you later.
Hasta. Yeehaw!